I stand before you today, a relatively well-known, well-paid anchor. But I am also the son of a woman who came to these shores 200 years ago in chains. Oh, how much has changed. When I was a young boy, growing up in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, 60 years ago, and you may know this too, Reverend, you were born in New Orleans. The world was much different. This country was much different. Amen. When I was a young boy, I could not go to a department store to try on clothes. I couldn't go to a park, swim in the same pool, drink the same water, and there were signs everywhere to make us know that we were different. Whites only here, blacks only there. I couldn't go to a movie theater except on weekends, and then I had to sit in the balcony, but I still had to pay the same price. I couldn't check out a book for the public library, even though my father and mother's taxes paid for that library. And yet, still, I was blessed. Blessed because I had a mother and father who made it clear that I was never less than anybody, who made sure I had a book in my hands and something positive on my mind every day of my life, who made sure I was well clothed and well fed. I had a father who also served as an example too. A father who was denied admission to LSU in 1947 when he graduated from Southern University, but who later went on to get his master's and PhD and later came back to LSU to become vice chancellor and run the school that denied admittance back in 1947. And I'm pleased that one of my father's line brothers, Anderson Williams, is here too, who went to Southern University back then. There he is. And who knew my father, and he told me stories of my father and the rest of the frat brothers going in my grandfather's Cadillac off to Atlanta for the album convention. But it's so good to see you again. So good to be home. But we would not be here without the courage and sacrifice, the leadership of Dr. King. He changed the world so much, and in so doing changed the children's lives that would come after him, and I am one of those children. I'm so proud to say. Yes, can you imagine? We now have a black man in the White House. All right. But let me tell you, what is even more important is what is happening in your house. That is where the seeds of our future begin. There are laws now that prohibit discrimination in hiring and in voting, but there is no law that can make you love one another, that can make you work together, to be kind to each other. There is no law that can make you tear down the differences that you perceive. We're on the verge of a new frontier, not outer space, but inner space, changing our hearts and minds. And that was his greatest lesson. We are all in the same family. We are all here to care for each other, love one another, and to make this world a better place. This is his legacy, and this is what we must do each and every day of our lives. Again, I thank you for this award, and I pledge hopefully to follow in Dr. King's footsteps, and in the footsteps also of Nicholas Hood, Sr., who was also a force, and all the leaders, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Viola Liuzzo, who sacrificed their lives so that we could be here today. Onward and upward, we thank you, we thank you. The best is yet to come.